This episode of His and Hers is brought to you by SISM. It's still alive. They just be concealing it.
On today's show, we'll be talking about racism, a system of beliefs,
prejudice,
and behaviors
discrimination
that expresses inferiority of a particular set of peoples.
Okay, right. So prejudice can be like, I think I'm better than you because of my race.
And discrimination can be like, you're not going to get this loan because of who you are.
Okay, so the number to know is 90. That's the percentage of black folk who say they've experienced discrimination at some point in their lifetime.
And those are just the folks who are aware of it. So let's talk about the faces of racism, right? It could be something that happens to you personally or something that you witness maybe from a family member or even a stranger.
Right, like the Facebook status is my friend's post about dealing in nonsense at work.
Right. And another thing, sometimes racism is blatant and in your face, and other times it's hard to even know if it's due to race. So it can matter how often these things are occurring, how you make sense of it, and how much it bothers you.
Okay, Ree. Now what we do know is that racism definitely has a negative impact on our emotional, physical, and psychological health. So research has linked racism with depression and anxiety, frustration and anger, and even high blood pressure.
Yeah, and there are even broader reaches of racism, like institutional.
Like politics that oddly seem to result in more black and brown kids getting suspended from school.
Yeah, structural.
Meanwhile, the DEA teamed up with the CCA. They trying to lock the homies up. They trying to make new slaves.
And cultural or symbolic.
Hashtag Oscar so white.
Thank goodness for Ava, Issa, Spike, and Kenya. Oh shoot, time for the SISM lightning round. Okay, now some folks feel that because of this guy, we are in a post-racial society and that racism is a thing of the past. Well, let me just ask a simple question. When was our society actually racial? How are we post something we never actually dealt with? Come on.
Oh, gosh. Okay, look. Reverse racism is not a thing. Okay, look, sure, you can be biased and you can discriminate in your behavior, but racism is a system of disadvantage based on race, and it's a system that we don't benefit from.
Okay, so that's our time for today, but be sure to join us next week when we talk about racial identity. I'm Ree.
And I'm CT, and this is our Mental Health Minute.
My mama was raised in the era when clean water was only served to the fairer skin. Doing clothes you would have thought I had help, but they wasn't satisfied unless I picked the cotton myself.